Welcome to the Marketing Home, Marketing You podcast. Week after week, Barbara Savona of Sprout Marketing brings you quality conversations with industry leaders, mini marketing workshops, and step-by-step guides on everything marketing, business, and career growth. So grab a cup of coffee and get ready for some outside-the-box ideas from the girl that lives inside the shipping container box.
Hi there. Welcome to the 88th episode of the Marketing Home, Marketing You podcast. I'm your host, Barbara Savona, and I'm so happy you're here. I have so many things to share with you today. Guys, this is our second to last episode of 2022. So I am actually going to be revealing who our number one most downloaded podcast guest of 2022 was. Do you have any ideas? Okay, I'm going to share that in a little bit. I also am going to be sharing some good news for those planners, those of you marketers that love to get ahead. I know for a lot of our property managers, you guys like to know what you're doing a month or two in advance, and I have good news for you. In addition to that, if you are a woman in multifamily that is looking for other like-minded women, a group to collaborate, connect with, have great conversations, I'm working on something for 2023. So I'm going to share a little bit about that later in the episode. So stay tuned for that if that's something that you're interested in. And of course, I'm going to be revealing the January Sprout Monthly. So today we're going to be talking about some marketing and retention ideas to really hit the road with the new year and create things that are in the minds of our residents already. So we're going to align our marketing and retention with things that are top of the mind for our residents. This is a marketing hack. It makes our marketing so much easier if we pick something that is already in the minds of our residents. So stay tuned for that. Guys, before we dive in, I just want to say thank you so much. When I first started this podcast a couple of years ago, it was just a little idea and I wanted to connect with more of you. And over this year, specifically, the podcast, I can't even talk. So thank you for sticking with me. The podcast has grown into something I couldn't even imagine. Every month I can see the statistics. We get more and more listeners, more and more downloads, and it's just creating this momentum and this incredible impact. I hear from you guys that the little tidbits that you're learning, the interviews that we have, the different people that have been guests on the podcast that share their knowledge are really helping you in your careers. And that's what I wanted from the start, to have a community where we're all learning and growing together. So thank you so much for spending your time with me. I know it's your most valuable resource, and the fact that you're willing to give a little bit of it to me each week, it really means a lot. So if you haven't shared it with someone, please do, someone that you think would benefit from it. If you've loved it and you've learned something from it, please leave a review so others can find it. And with that, I want to go ahead and I want to start by saying that in 2023, something that we really thought about and we heard the feedback is that moving forward, our Sprout Monthly will include 2 months of content for our Sprout members. And for those of you that have subscribed to our free version at sproutmonthly.com, if you haven't, go there, you'll also see 2 months of content. So our paid members, they get a little bit more content and they get all the resources to bring it to life. But we want those of you that are part of our community to benefit from it as well. And so you get a lot of information. And what's great about it is now you're going to have 2 months worth of ideas. So if you want to get ahead for the next month, you and your team can sit down and you can plan out 2 months of marketing and retention. And I think that this is going to just really help a lot of you kind of get that, that batching that we talk about so that you can plan ahead. So if you haven't already, go to sproutmonthly.com and there you can see the version of our Taste of Sprout. So it's a sampler of what we're talking about. Now on this podcast, this is the only place that you will see the members only version. So we walk through a lot of the different parts of the issue. You guys will see that. So that's really exciting for our planners. Something else I wanted to share is starting January 10th, our episodes will release on Tuesdays instead of Thursdays. And so that's something new that you guys can also look forward to. There'll be more content at the beginning of the week that you can digest and you can put the ideas into action that week. So that's my goal for this podcast is I want you guys to walk away with actionables, not wait till the following Monday to put them into action. I want you to have time throughout the week to say, okay, I'm going to hit the ground running. So that's really exciting. So let's take a pause here. I'm going to switch screens and we're going to show the Sprout Monthly for January and February. Are you guys ready? Let's go. All right, friends. So you have access now to 2 months worth of content. But for today, we're going to focus on just unpacking January. Mark your calendars on January 5th. We are going to be talking a little bit more about this level up challenge, ways to level up your career and your marketing. And I'm also going to be sharing some marketing tips when it comes to themes and batching your content. So that's coming up. And then on January 17th, we are going to be digging into the February issue. So you guys can look ahead, but on the 17th, we'll plan it together. So this is the official January cover, and you can see the theme is the year to level up. So for so many of your residents, they're already thinking about what goals that they can reach and how they can make things better in their lives. So first things first, download your planning calendars, check out the social plan dates. There's a lot coming up to look forward to in January. And we're going to start by talking about this Level Up Your Lifestyle campaign. There's so many ways that you can do this. So residents as it is, most people, not just residents and prospects, January, the start of a new year, is when people set resolutions or goals, things that they want to better in their lives. So it makes perfect sense that our communities that serve as the backdrop to people's lives, that we create initiatives and campaigns that really show them how this is so much more than just an apartment home. It's a way for them to realize a lot of their different goals. So one of the ways that we can do this is by hosting an event series where people want to level up in their life in all different areas. This is something that you could do throughout a week, the first week of January, or you could stretch it out and do it throughout the month. And it's different events that help them to level up in different areas. So here are some ideas for reading, a book exchange or a book club. Maybe they're wanting to level up in reading more this year. Maybe they're wanting to be more frugal. So a book exchange is a really great way to do both things. Another one could be fitness. We know for a lot of people, this is the time of year where they reset intentions for a healthier lifestyle. So having yogas, Pilates, or HIIT classes, or really anything that appeals to your residents. Another area that a lot of times people want to level up is in their cooking skills. So this would be a great opportunity to host cooking classes or even give away little cooking kits or have cooking demonstrations from a nearby restaurant. Something else that could be a lot of fun is a session where people can create vision boards for the new year. A lot of people are visual, they love to craft, and this is a fun way where people can get together and they can actually craft their vision board. Another one is adventures, having off-site events or just showcasing local favorite places to have these adventures. If they were saying, I want to visit more parks this year or do more hikes or just see more things within, my city, you can share some of those things and help them level up in their adventure. Another one is self-care. That might be something they want to focus on, and we'll show some ideas in upcoming pages. Or something like something that's maybe trending, like a matcha bar or a matcha kit. So you can do a small version of this with a grab-and-go wellness kit where you stuff it with goodies, and it's a self-care, level up your self-care on the go. And really, you could do it with so many different ways. If you look here, on page, 17, we have an example of grab-and-go wellness kits, and it's different things like face masks, little matchas, a little goodie basket that can make someone feel like they're pampering themselves in the new year. Now, we always love to give you guys a way to do this as a virtual event as well. A lot of you don't have a ton of time or a huge budget, but a really cool thing that you can do is to post these virtual challenges every single day of the week. So I want to show you guys. So I have jumped over to the social plan that is inside of the Sprout membership. This is included for Sprout members. Even if you're not a member, I want to show you how you can virtually do the Level Up Challenge. So you would start the new year by setting it up, letting them know that Monday through Sunday, you're going to give your residents and prospects a small challenge that's going to help them build new habits for the rest of the year. And all they have to do is comment on the individual posts, and maybe you select a random winner for something. You can specify the details. So day one, it might be level up, start a book. And so you talk about how, the Level Up Challenge day one started a new book. Books allow you to travel without stepping foot outside your door. Drop a comment for the book that you're going to read. And that's a way for them to participate, to get engagement, and to get buy-in. The next one that you can do is level up workout. So again, it could be a workout challenge. Drop a comment if you've done your workout for the day. The next one, level up cooking. Cook a nice meal, cook up something amazing in your kitchen. Drop what you're making in the comments. You see, we're kind of starting them to kind of be thinking about interacting with us, to drop their comments, something very, not super difficult to do, but it's a way for people to see, hey, there's others that are participating and that are doing the same thing. The next one could be make a vision board. Drop a photo in the comments of your vision board or your work in progress. Or if you don't want people to drop a photo, they can also just drop, what's on your vision board for 2023. The next one, level up, support the local community. What you tag your favorite local business in the comments below. So now we're getting engagement. We're getting more outreach done through social media platforms. Level up, be mindful, take a few calming breaths, do a meditation class, or spend an hour away from your phone. And then drop this emoji if you took a quiet moment today. So again, something super simple, but it's just helpful reminders. And then this next one, find comfort. Make your home your happy place by introducing a new ritual. Let us know what home ritual you plan to establish in the comments. We're just building on this level up challenge. And so I just wanted to give you guys just an idea of how you can stretch something out over a week. You could keep it going. The next week, you could say, who's continued? What's everybody cooking? And just recycle some of those things, or you could move on to different things. But it's really great content, and it's a way to take this event in a virtual direction. Okay, so hopefully that gets your creative juices flowing with how you would customize a level up campaign, level up your lifestyle campaign for your community. And that's the trick, is you're going to notice that throughout the year, our Sprout Monthly is always featuring themes that are relevant and that are top of the mind for people. And it's not just about it being cutesy or it being fun. Those things are good, but it's about making it easier because it's what people are already naturally interested in. So people are thinking about bettering their lives in the new year. And look, we have events, we have ways that our community is helping support that. Now, if you need a few more ideas, January 4th is National Trivia Day. So you could do a sip and solve type of an event where you either have trivia or you could do puzzles with refreshments and snacks and things like that. Another one to keep your eye out for is January 19th is Popcorn Day, and that one is so easy for outreach or for just a resident event. You could do a popcorn watch party, you could do a popcorn bar with different flavored popcorn, different toppings, a grab and go. That one's super easy. January 23rd is National Pie Day, and you could do something like a pie bar. You could also do individual hand pies, the little minis. Walmart sells them. McDonald's has the hand pies to go. If depending on where your budget is, you could partner with a local bakery. We talked about the book club because January 25th is National Library Shelfie Day. Who knew? And then there's so many others. You could do a spa night, a bagel bar, a dress your pet. I believe January 14th is Dress Your Pet Day. And again, all the variations on workout events, all of those things are going to be a lot of fun. So make sure that you download your Sprout Monthly calendar. You can get that when you sign up at sproutmonthly.com. You'll get a calendar with all the creative holidays, and then you can piggyback off of that. So when you look at the issue, make sure and browse the marketing and retention. We've got taglines for the new year. And then drum roll, please. I'd love to introduce you guys to our #1 episode of 2022. And it was my conversation with Suzanne Hobson on centralized leasing. I love that conversation, and I just fell in love with Suzanne. I had already heard her speak at AIM. You guys heard me say that. This episode just gained momentum. People loved this conversation. They loved learning from Suzanne as much as I did. So exciting. Let's see, guys, who's going to be our most downloaded episode of the upcoming year of 2023. Stay tuned. Okay, so here's what happens. When you flip the page, this is the February issue. So you guys on your own can look ahead and see what's coming up. For those of you that want to plan February, you can get your calendars. You can start planning ahead. I am actually going to jump to page 50. I want to show you a couple of the other events. These are events. This is one that you can do January, February. It's just really great for the winter. A hot cocoa station. You can get fancy by pairing it with a movie or a game night or a happy hour and adding Baileys to make it a little boozy. You could do it with a crafting party. You could incorporate it in your retention with a renewal hot cocoa party or a team appreciation. You guys, what I love seeing is our members using these designs to do fun things for their employees. You can do this as a marketing campaign, an open house, a preferred employer event, a table at a fair or a festival. There's so many different ways that you can make a hot cocoa station amazing. And to shortcut it for you, there is a shopping list with direct links to Amazon to bring it together. Something else that I love are the grab and go snowman soup kits. These are absolutely adorable. You can make your residents feel warm and fuzzy. These are hot chocolate kits with a twist. And if you're a Sprout member, all of the things that you see, all the flyers, all the digital graphics, you can download, you can put them together, and it makes these things super cute. So you just need your little cellophane bags, the crinkle paper, hot cocoa mix, and your snowman stickers and tags from Sprout. So a ton of things. That one is such an easy one, and it's a big hit with the kids. In fact, Lauren, who's Sprout CFO, she actually put this together for her kids' end of year party, and it was a big hit with the kids. So you guys, you can even use these designs for your own events that you're doing for your kids or for your family. You can also check out a few other winter events. Some fun resident gifts, snowman soup, heart cookies, popcorn, candy, and a wellness kit, plus all the links to grab them here, and notices and reminders that you have to have for the start of the year. So I also want to encourage you guys to check out the training for members, Ask Ann Anything. This is an exclusive series to members. In fact, there's a few of them. So in this series, Ann is revealing 3 fair housing tips that you absolutely have to know for the new year. So members, check that out. Bill Nye in Building Multifamily Leaders is continuing the series on culture and leadership. And he talks about this culture wall. It was a fascinating lesson. I feel like I walked away with like a university course after I talked with Bill. He also talks about a culture of control and why sometimes that can be a good thing for the company that you work for. And then last, Dr. Lindsay Bira, our psychologist that is joining the Sprout team, is talking about the evolution of you. And a lot of you guys asked for more information on emotional intelligence. So she gives 4 practical tips on emotional intelligence. And then she gives us a bunch of tools, a bunch of worksheets and different things that are going to help us to be more emotionally intelligent. That is actually something we can develop, which is something I learned in talking to Dr. Bira. Okay, guys, I hope this gets your creative juices flowing for January. January 5th, we're going to talk a little bit more about the Sprout Marketing Playbook. My goal is to help build out marketing, better marketers, right? All of us can be better marketers. So every month I'm going to be sharing a little bit from my marketing playbook. And so we are going to dig deep into that. You guys can browse the full issue of the Sprout Monthly, and I hope you have loved this. And now I want to tell you a little bit about what I'm thinking about putting together for the women in multifamily. Last week, I put it out on LinkedIn that I was thinking about putting together a mastermind for women that were interested in growing their careers and having a place to learn, brainstorm, connect, and collaborate with other like-minded women. I was blown away. Over 120 different people, women, reached out to me and said, oh my gosh, I am interested in some capacity. So I put together a Google form that I will make sure is in this blog post and in the show notes. You can also go to the post. If you're not following me and we're not connected on LinkedIn, I would love to connect with you there. It's just Barbara Savona. So linkedin.com/Barbara Savona. And you can see the post where I talk about this effort and I put this form together. If it's something that you're interested in for 2023, being a part of a group that, again, is going to build each other up, we're going to learn from each other, different topics. I'm still kind of figuring out the dynamics. I encourage you to either go to the form in the show notes or go to that LinkedIn post, connect with me there, shoot me a DM. You can also email me at hello@watchyourbusinesssprout.com. 2023 is going to shape up to be an incredible year, and I can't wait to be with you guys on this journey. So stay tuned for next week. I have a special guest to end 2022, and we're talking personal branding. This was a topic that so many of you guys were interested in. So I'll see you next week, friends. Bye.